Living at the beach has great advantages. I walk almost every day. I have an endless supply of these oyster shells that I can use to make Christmas ornaments with resin and paint and little baubles. So come along and let's create some things. And I am going to use my ornament jig today. It's not just for paint pouring. It also works as a great pedestal to hold the oysters as I work on them, or the oyster shells as I work on them. So these are cleaned. I don't really need to do anything to them. They've been sitting on the beach, bleached by the sun, washed by the waves. If you have oyster shells from a restaurant, and a lot of restaurants, they'll give them to you. You'll want to clean them really, really well. You want to make sure there's no part of the oyster left on the shell. You can soak them in bleach. You can scrub them with a wire brush, leave them out in the sun to bleach. These are all shells that I have found on my beach, so I really don't need to do anything else to them. One of my favorite things to use on these oyster shells is my mermaid trash. And if you don't know what mermaid trash is, make sure to watch the video below on how you can make it. And I'm also going to start offering this in my Etsy shop very, very soon. All right, hard stop on that, because guess what? I now have my mermaid trash in my Etsy shop. I have a link in the description. I am so excited about this, y'all. So now if you don't have access to sand or crushed glass or little bitty shells, or you just don't feel like making it, I do show you how to make it. But if you don't feel like making it, now you can buy it from me, straight from Florida, from my sand, from my shells. And here's what you get. I made a big batch in my enamelware pot. You get 8 ounces. I ship it to you for free. Check out my Etsy shop. Look at all that beautifulness. Soon, so you can buy it instead of making it. It's just a mixture of sand, crushed glass, glitter, and it's very, very mermaidy. Mermaids like all things glittery and pretty and oceany, so all the pretty things. So I do like using mermaid trash and sand and shells and all kinds of neat things in here. I'm going to be mixing my mermaid trash in a cup with some Mod Podge, and what that does, rather than put the mermaid trash directly in here and having it kind of fly everywhere, because I'm going to be resining on top, the Mod Podge makes the mermaid trash clump together, and then I can put it on the oysters and it stays put. And then I can either let it dry like that, it'll stay nice and firm, or I can put resin on top. So what I'm going to do is put some in a cup, and this is probably, I don't know, a 1/4 cup maybe, or a 1/2 cup, but it just depends on how many ornaments you're going to do. And then I'm going to add Mod Podge. I'm using the Mod Podge matte. Doesn't really matter if you use matte, gloss, whatever, but I'm going to add equal parts of Mod Podge and then water. Thins out the Mod Podge just enough where you can really get good coverage, and the water does not weaken the Mod Podge at all. The amount of Mod Podge that you add is going to depend on how much mermaid trash you have in your cup. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it, and just a little bit of water, probably not equal parts water, but just enough to kind of thin out the Mod Podge a little bit and make it easier to stir. You see how pretty that is? If you want, you could use tacky glue, Aleene's tacky glue. You can put the tacky glue on there. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do an experiment. All right, so this is nice and goopy. Probably a little bit too much, maybe. Nah, let me add one more scoop. And then I'm probably gonna not use the mermaid trash on all parts. I have a few that have holes, so rather than resin the ones that have the holes, I'm gonna put the mermaid trash on top, and it'll kind of seal those holes a little bit. So I'm putting quite a bit on this one. You gotta trust the process. And if I get any mermaid trash on my board, I don't care. I'm gonna leave it because I am trying to get some stuff on this board. All right, this one has a little bit of a hole, so I'm gonna put that in there. I've probably mixed up a little bit too much. That's okay. See? So pretty. I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna add it on the bowl of this one in like the top part. And then right there. Well, maybe I will end up using mermaid trash on all of these because I mixed up so much. That's okay. That one's got a hole in it. So I'm just plugging the hole with the mermaid trash so that I don't get resin going through that hole. This one's pretty. Tell you, once I put resin on these darker shells, the color really, really comes out. These are magical. Whoopsies. Okay. This one, I'm going to try my best to kind of there we go. I don't know if I can get around that one. Let's see. This stuff is so gorgeous. Now, you know what I can put on that hole is a yes. That is going to be gorgeous. Oh my. Okay. Oh no. Still have some more. get this one. I like that there. I wonder about putting like that. Gosh, this one's not wanting to stay put. Okay, so there's Aleene's clear tacky glue, and then there's Aleene's original. They both dry clear. I'm going to do 2 with the clear gel to show you, and then I'm going to do 2 with the original tacky glue to show you the difference on these ornaments and how well it really, really does work. So I have these aquarium rocks, accent rocks from the dollar store. I bought these a while back. I have them in white, and this one's mixed with a little bit of blue. I have them in this color blue, and then, oh my gosh, this neon green. Don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. They're not going on these ornaments, but I'll figure something out. I'm gonna do these 3 with the clear, and then I'll do a few more on the other side with the original. So I think I want to put a little bit of the clear on here. Like, I don't want very much, because I'm just trying to do, I don't know, a couple of different looks. Okay. So I just want the glue to kind of keep these rocks in place, just like that. Okay, just a few, whoops. And then if you want, you can put a little bit more on top. I'm not gonna do that though. And then over here, I'm going to use the original on these 3. Okay? And so that I can tell the difference, I'm going to put my bottle of clear on the side of the board with those ornaments. And I'm going to use blue rocks on these. If I can get this one to cooperate with me. All right. It is thick. Okay, and then I'm going to use blue aquarium rocks. These are going to be cute. Okay, so that way I can tell the difference. So I think I am going to put a little bit on the top there. And that'll kind of seep in to the rocks. It's very thick. Okay. You know, something I've never used on the ornaments are the little resin molds that I make. Well, these I've made with air dry clay, and I've never tried putting them on here and then resining. I don't see why that wouldn't work. I have so many of them. Why not? I really want to try putting a seahorse, but these, I need a bigger shell. Like like that one would work. This one would look really nice on there. Look. Or this one. Can you see that one? That would look nice. Put that one right there. And then I'll add the resin around it. I like that. Here's another one. Right there. Just that one there. So I have a starfish, 2 seahorses. I have a turtle. Well, there's my little turtle that was missing. Put him right there. I don't know if you can see that. Put him right there. This little turtle's missing legs. I got this little seahorse too. That'll be cute. All right, I need something right there. I need something in that one. How about this little guy right there? And then I'll pour the resin in it and it'll look like he's floating in the resin. This one's probably gonna get lost in the resin, so I might put blue resin around in here, and that'll look good. There we go. And one more. Okay, and then I just bought these starfish from Amazon, super cheap. It's like a pack of 50, I think. So I'm gonna add these to a few. Something right there. And then these are brand new. I just bought these. They are charms, so I may have to snip off the little loops. But look at how cute these are. Got these on Amazon. I will prepare a link. I'll send you a link. They're two-sided. Some of them are not colored blue. I guess they're supposed to be like a patina. There's only a handful that are patinaed, but they all do have the little loops on them, so I am going to have to snip those off, I think. But how cute is that? These are really, really cute. I'll probably use a few of these. So I'm just using wire cutters to cut the little loop off. And normally you can just snip one side and then snip the other side. Be careful though, because these can be fragile. So you don't, you don't want to tear it off. Oh, I think I'm gonna that one right there. And I want to use this shell. That one's cute, but I'm going to snip it off. Sometimes you can just kind of snap them off like that. Let's see, all these have embellishments. That one doesn't. I'll wait until later. Here's one that doesn't. I like this one. And then my favorites are these right here. I need to buy some more of these. I got these on Amazon and I'm running out. So I definitely need to buy some more because these are my absolute favorite. They're like, I don't know if they're a type of resin or if they're stone, but they are really cute. They come in white and blue, and then you can get the starfish in white and blue also. So I'm just going to add, I'm really only wanting to add one embellishment to each one of these. And then, okay. I think I got all of them. Once I have my mermaid trash in place and my embellishments in place, I'm going to let these sit until the sand is dry, like completely dry, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to add my resin. So we're just going to have to be patient. Okay. And we'll come back. Okay. So there were a few ornaments on the left side. These three that have the white rocks that I did not use Mod Podge. I used the clear tacky glue, and I didn't glue that on, but look, nice and tight, and it's dried clear because it's clear tacky glue. And then on this side I'll wear the blue rocks. So I think the three with the blue rocks, I used the original tacky glue, and look, nice and firm. But I am going to put resin over all of these. So you can use lots of different things to attach your mermaid trash, or your rocks, or your glass, or your shells, or whatever. So I'm going to put these aside. Another thing I can do too, instead of coloring my resin, is brush on some mica powders onto some of these that are a little bit more plain, especially the ones that I've not put any of the mermaid trash on, like, you know, just a few of these. Let me get some mica powders out. I have Sesso in silver white, Sesso in aqua, and I'm almost out of the aqua, and then eye candy in Nokon Blue. Nokon Blue. So I have a few. I'm going to use, I think on this one I want to use the Nokon Blue, and I'm just going to brush it on with a little brush here. And honestly, the mica powder gets a little bit crazy when you brush it on, but it's going to go into all the crevices on this ornament. Look at that. Look at how gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And then I'm going to put the resin on top. Oh, come on, turkey. I think I'm going to go ahead and brush this guy with resin. Can you see that? Is that on camera? Get over there. So this is kind of be a little monochromatic look here, but I think it's gonna look good. And I might add some glitter or something on there. Now, got a little bit of mica powder on there, but I want to put this aqua on this one. Now my seahorse, excuse me, that was my door, it was not me. I'll use this aqua. The seahorse and the starfish are not glued on yet, okay? Mr. Turtle looks very lonely. Okay, we might need to give him a little bit of help. Okay. Lost some rocks there. So the mica powder is a very subtle look. Okay, it's a very, very subtle application. Oh, I forgot this one. Forgot this one. Let's just go ahead and use blue since I've got that one. Okay. It's very, very subtle. It's not like coloring the resin. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up 40 milliliters in my cup. I think that's probably going to be enough. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and mix up 60, and I know that'll be plenty. Now I'm going to be using KSRESIN Liquidy Split. So I want clear, so I'm going to split this in two. So 30 milliliters, I want clear, and then 30 milliliters, I'm going to color aqua. And I'm only going to put a small amount of this aqua because I want it to be very translucent. So basically, I have just dipped my stick into the mica powder. And this is almost the same color as my pretty sea glass lamp. So pretty. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to brush this on in on a few, and then the clear I'm going to brush on a few. So there's no better way to start than just start. And I hope that you can see. I'm just going to get a close-up on one section at a time. That way you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And I'm going to use my finger as my paintbrush. So see, it's just giving it this little, nice little pearly shine. And if you want, you can drizzle some on your mermaid trash. I am not going to do that yet. And then I'm going to stick Mr. Turtle. I'm going to give a little bit of resin on the back, and I hope that he sticks. This one I think I'm going to fill with the clear resin. So I could go ahead and do that now. Actually, so he's kind of like a little floating seahorse. Whoa. There we go. This one, probably just a little bit of this teal. Just like that. And I just brush it on as best I can. Work fast because this stuff is already setting. There we go. forgot that one. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. Oh, forgot one. Enough. That looks like I got all of them. Yeah. All right, so these are coming off. These have cured overnight, so I'm going to take them outside and drill holes in the top so that I can put hangers on them. I'm just using Dollar Tree twine. You can also use raffia, or you can use cotton twine. You could use shoelaces, you can use wire, really whatever you wish. I just like using this twine because it's really cheap, it's easy to work with, and it looks good. Okay, all done. I still can't believe I'm making Christmas ornaments already, but I have a full fall and winter art show schedule, and these are by far the most popular item. If I don't start making my inventory now, I will not have enough. And
I plan on selling these probably for $7 each or 2 for $10, and we'll offer other multiple discounts as well. But these are not only good sellers, they drive traffic in my booth, and that is a huge plus. My first show is in October, and I will run a couple of shows in October, a couple in November, and a couple in December, and that'll be it. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new to try out. See ya. Bye.